Hello, hello. We are streaming, Law. We are good. So wave to the camera, look pretty. Awesome. All right. So we've got some people coming in. We got 1 minute. You can unmute now if you'd like.
Sure.
All right, we are getting ready for the Audition Demolition. Um, hello, holiday.
Hello.
Holiday edition. All holidays because Law is sparkly and beautiful.
I'm
Celebrating.
sparkly today. I'm like champagne.
I know, I like that. That's like total. Oh, and I like your pearls. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. And you look like a
Yeah.
beautiful red, sparkling, like cherry something,
I've
like
got the
soda pop.
I've got the red light on.
I know it's gorgeous. I love it. You look like a gorgeous Santa.
Oh, thank you. All right,
Santa,
so
sweetie.
I'm going to start letting people in.
Mhm.
We've got 8 people. We're expecting, I think, 12 or 13.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
let me start admitting. Here we go.
Right.
Woohoo! Hello, Audition Demolition
Hello, hello.
contestants.
Hello.
Audition Demolition
Wow.
Holiday Edition. Woohoo! Awesome. I think we've got, oh, it's 4:01. Look at us. We are streaming live on YouTube. So if you guys have anybody that wants to kind of be a fly on the wall, feel free to guide them over to the VO Boss YouTube channel and we will be streaming live there. No pressure, guys. You're going to be streaming live. Anyway, I'm going to just kind of start the intro. If there's anybody else that's waiting to come in, let me get rid of this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9. Probably expecting 3 more people, but I'm going to welcome you all to woohoo, the holiday edition of the Audition Demolition. And Law, this is probably, I think it's our 6th one that we've done.
Wow. I feel like we've
Mhm.
done them for years and years and years. So
I
happy to be
know.
back.
Yeah, yeah. Guys, this was a fun one. I gave you double the work to do
Mhm.
because our client had a spot. Our client, who was Amazon, had a spot that they were going to feature on radio, a 30-second radio ad, as well as a 60-second television commercial. And so I wanted you to audition for both. Uh, because this is a teaching moment or a teaching workshop, Law, maybe we could discuss, unless you want to like get right into the short list, maybe we could just discuss what are the major differences between a radio ad and a television commercial in regards to your performance and your delivery.
Well, I always think of TV commercials, obviously, as having visuals, right? So we're
Mhm.
seeing something that's on camera. So it's a little bit of a cheat for actors in that you're getting to see what it is that is happening, right? So whether you have a storyboard or where you have actual visuals or even just your imagination, you're really getting that inside scoop as to frame by frame what is going on.
Mhm.
So you're able to build that voiceover journey for the visual. Whereas radio is radio, it's all audio, and we're having a sense of sound and speech, which is 100% of your presentation versus a visual,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So your voice has to carry, I would say, all of the story, 100% of the story in a radio spot versus with a television commercial, your voice will be supporting the media. that is in front of you or the media that is running at the time. And so your voice may or may not like take center stage there. And as a matter of fact, it's recommended that you don't try to, overpower the media, because a lot of times when we watch a commercial, or lately these days, I find it hard to watch just about anything without without like, completely being distracted by my phone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
really,
totally.
having the visuals plus your voice working together. And so that was what we were hoping that you guys were getting from this particular exercise. And so in regards to any other tips, Law, do you want to start with that, or do we want to just start like reading? Let's start with a short list
Yeah,
because
and
this is
I just want to
exciting.
say, I think that you need to be good and get great
Mhm.
at being the star, being the feature, and also get great at being someone who is talent that supports the feature and
Mhm.
supports the star, and really get good at both, because you're going to have all different kinds of opportunities. And I think it's a different kind of an animal, if you will, to be able to be sort of incidental or in the background, but really be a driving force to what is going on with what we're seeing visually.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, well, then I'm going to say without further ado, let's see. Let's see. Short list, short list, short list. We are missing a couple of people. Hopefully they haven't emailed me and they're like, where's that link? Hopefully everybody got the link. Ah, here comes another person. So we're going to admit them. Let's start off with our first short list, who is going to be, drum roll, please, Ryder.
Woo!
Woohoo! Yay! And
Fire!
I see Ryder there. Well, I don't see Ryder. I see that they're here and they are not. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Hopefully
Hi,
you're there. Hi, Ryder. How are you?
did you?
Excellent. Ryder, do you have video by chance? We'd love to see
Uh,
you.
I am currently at my day job, or technically evening job, so I
Oh,
can't do that, unfortunately.
look at that. Are you on your phone?
I am.
Okay, awesome. Well, you could turn the video on your phone, but that's okay. I won't push it. I won't push it. So, Ryder, well, fantastic. You're first. And so we're going to have you reread, if you can, if you've got it in front of you, the 30-second radio spot, which is, oh, hang on one second. That one would be, I got to switch here. The 30-second, which is, oops, wrong one. Of course, I don't have it up in front of me. There we go. 30-second. Amazon, your holiday helper. The one that starts with the holidays are here and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon.
Okay,
So,
so yeah,
yeah, we're going to have you read that again for us.
yeah.
And yeah, and I'm going to mute myself and then
Can
we'll
you
give you some feedback.
can you get back to me real quick, please?
Sure. Let's see. I'll try to put that in the chat. Now you're making me work.
I apologize.
That's okay. In terms of if this were a real live audition, Law, comments?
All right, we have to be ready, right?
We have to be
We
real.
have to be ready. We have to be ready for anything. I would say
Exactly.
with your prep, early is on time is late, late is fired.
Yeah. So yeah, if it's possible, being prepared. But I put that into the chat for you. Kira, I've got you twice. Hang on, I gotta mute you.
I think I hear
Yeah,
aliens.
it's Kira.
Maybe those are the drones over Jersey. Could that be?
Okay, Ryder,
Landing.
do you see the script? Ryder, hello? Oh, you're muted, Ryder.
Yes, I do.
Okay, awesome. Are you at a point where you can read that?
Yes, just give me 1 second. Please
Okay.
look at the card, sir. Oh, it's a card. Okay. I'll get back to you on that, all right? Give me 1 second.
Wow, that's dedication coming in from work. You know what we could do if she is busy? We can call up the next person. I'm gonna say, so let me just see the next person right now. That's Ryder. So we'll hold off on Ryder and we will bring up the next person who is, and let's see if this person is here. I do not see this person here. Don Garrison. Woohoo!
Don made it.
Good evening.
Hello, Don.
Hello.
Okay, Don. So do you see the script there?
Are we still referring to the 30-second one?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Perfect.
So,
Perfect. So I'm going to mute myself and when you're ready.
okay. The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for that perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need delivered right to your door. From the latest gadgets and cozy winterwear to unique gifts that will surprise everyone on your list, we've got you covered. Plus, with fast free shipping, you can relax and enjoy the season without the stress. This year, let Amazon help you spread joy, save time, and celebrate in style. Visit Amazon.com today and make this holiday unforgettable.
Law, would you like to start?
Absolutely, Don. Thank you so much for that.
Yes.
Nicely done. I just want to be able to see you. Hold on. Do I see you? There you are. Okay, so a couple things. First and foremost, there's a lot of descriptives in here. There's delicious adjectives. There's some juicy action verbs. I always love to look for that. So when you're analyzing your scripts, really pick up the language right away and really mark your copy well so that you can find the magic, right? The juicy, cozy, right? The something and free. What is it? Fun and free for what is it? Some two frees. What is that?
Yeah.
What do you say there?
Let me get that back up. It was fitting it under 30 seconds, which was, I found when I
Words
submitted
there.
it, I was running at like 38 to 40 seconds when I tried to put more emotion in it. So
Yeah.
I was,
Yeah, I know it can be a challenge to get the time in and really the integrity of the story. You really want to make sure that
right.
you have a really close knit, I would say even intimate, especially with a read like this, with an ad read like this, you have an intimate kind of affair or relationship with the ad because you're looking at holiday, you're looking at warmth and family and love and community, and you even use the word magic. I mean, that's quite a pathos emotional word. Do you know what I mean? So I really don't want you to worry quite as much about the time
Oh, okay.
as I mean, I'm not saying it's unimportant. It's very important.
Right.
I'm just saying you don't really get hired on time. You get hired on your delivery and how you make us feel and how connected we think you are. This one was not quite as connected for me. I felt it was a little high. It was a little flighty, a little disconnected, and almost a little rushy, like a little breathy and a little rushy for me. I don't know if taking a full breath or if you felt like you had to just rush on to the next thing. But I love the quality of your voice. I think it's perfect and castable for this commercial. I just think there needs to be a grounding and a depth to it. I'd do a little bit of a deeper dive. I mean,
Oh,
it's,
okay.
it's
So
not, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So I shouldn't be as concerned about making the 30-second mark.
Well, here's what I would say. Always be concerned about making your time, but I'd
Okay.
be more concerned at the get-go about your interpretation.
Gotcha.
I think your
Okay.
interpretation is always going to be the most important thing. And the truth is, a lot of times you'll get auditions, and I see this quite frequently in commercial work because I'm a commercial agent, that they just can't fit the content that they've created in the time. And I have people auditioning that simply don't fit the time, and they're okay with that. They're like, no, this needs to unfold. You wrote too much. There's too much content in here. I can give you two different takes. I can give you a take of what it's going to sound like with the timing you gave me and the content you gave me. And then I can give you another take of what it should sound like as
Gotcha.
I unfold the story. And that way you're not ignoring or disrespecting what the specs and breakdown are giving you, but you're also giving them an option and saying, hey, in case you edit, hint, 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 in case this changes, and hasn't
Mhm.
gone through legal yet. Hint, hint, hint. Here's how I would unfold the tale of this magical story and really treat it as a magical story versus products or a sale or that kind of a thing.
Yeah. So I got too hung up on meeting that 30-second requirement.
I thought you did, yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna echo what Law said, especially about the time. Yeah, and it's interesting because we had a lot of entries in the that we listened to get and gave feedback where people were really rushing the 30, and it's okay. We don't want you to be 50 seconds while you're
Right.
trying to tell that story, and we want to make sure that there was a differentiation between your radio spot and your television ad. We wanted to hear something different. We wanted to hear if you knew like where you were going to go with that.
Hmm.
But yeah, as Law said, if you're submitting an audition,
Hmm.
I would say absolutely make sure you tell the story first and then create another version that's faster. There's a lot of times that they do try to shove a lot of words in,
Right.
and what happens is once they hear it within the time allotted, they're like, oh, you sound like a chipmunk. Yeah, so we'll take out a few words here or there, but they're very stingy about that. But ultimately they want to be able to deliver the message and the story rather than having you go so fast
Hmm.
that you can't even evoke, right? This is supposed to be exciting me
Right.
to, start shopping at Amazon. And so what I realized is probably because you were trying to make that time, you emphasize certain words that probably you wouldn't ordinarily, like, the whole you emphasize today. And I feel like normally that got in the way of you telling the story.
Hmm.
And, if you're
Yeah,
talking to me
pitchy.
already, yeah, if you're talking to me already, you don't need to emphasize you almost ever. You know what I mean? You can relax. It's like we got you covered. You're already talking to me. So
Yeah.
really the other words are more important. So I would like, yeah, let's hear it again. And don't be as concerned about the time, but really, feel the story and invite us in to go shopping for Amazon.
Okay. The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for that perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need delivered right to your door. From the latest gadgets and cozy winterwear to unique gifts that will surprise everyone on your list, we've got you covered. Plus, with fast and free shipping, you can relax and enjoy the season without the stress. This year, let Amazon help you spread joy, save time, and celebrate in style. Visit Amazon.com today and make this holiday unforgettable.
Nice second take there.
Much
Um,
richer.
yeah, yeah, and warmer. And I would say honestly, if I were nitpicking, right?
Hmm.
you know, Maybe a couple of the phrases like pick and choose where you're going to be warm, like super warm, because if you give me warm all the way through and the same kind of consistent pace, then it's going to kind of not mean as much to me. So, you know
Right.
what I mean? So like, oh, and it could
Mhm.
be like an extra thought. Plus, with fast free shipping, it could be, oh, that was an extra thought, a different shift in your energy.
Mhm.
But that was a nice take there. And I wasn't timing, but I'm wondering what that time was. I felt like it was consistently much slower. So just change up the rhythm a little bit. That'll amazingly enough rhythm is like the unspoken hero of sounding natural.
Right.
Yeah,
Really.
I would also challenge you, Don, to pull out some of your words that the
Mhm.
whole world of the script are
Hmm.
in that one word. So if I were to have you pull out the word magic, how
Hmm.
would you deliver magic?
Let's see.
Just the
Uh,
word magic
Mhm.
right. Uh, it's time to make the magic happen with Amazon.
and perfect,
Mm. Yeah,
right?
the perfect gift or
Okay.
prepping for.
And you have an alliteration written in with
Hmm.
fast and free. And notice, you guys, you can be really seduced into just fast and free, just making
Hmm.
them sound the same. They're very different, right?
Hmm.
Fast is different than free, right? Totally different. Give me
Mhm.
fast. It's fast. Oh,
Okay.
and it's free. Give me those two things
Okay.
as
Plus, with
different words.
fast and free shipping.
Do it again.
Plus, with fast and free shipping.
Okay, so you're feeling like how they're different. They're
Hmm.
different worlds. They're both important and you need
Separate
them,
that double alliteration.
but they're not fast and free.
Yeah.
They're not
Gotcha.
fast and free, right? Because then
Mhm.
you go downward inflection and then it becomes unimportant, when really in this economy, free is a big deal to people.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nicely done. Thank you. All
Thank
right.
you.
So that was Dawn. Next. Oh, actually, Ryder, are you available?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. We're ready when you are.
Right? You want me to read what's on the chat, right?
Yep, that's the 30-second.
Okay, let me just turn on my camera here. There we go. Okay. The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for that perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need delivered right to your door. From the latest gadgets and cozy winter wear to unique gifts that will surprise everyone on your list, we've got you covered. Plus, with fast and free shipping, you can relax and enjoy the season without the stress. This year, let Amazon help you spread joy, save time, and celebrate in style. Visit Amazon.com today and make this holiday unforgettable.
I'll start off. If you don't mind. Well, first of all, unfortunately, it's kind of hard to hear you. So I was really straining to hear the performance there because you're muted because you're on your phone.
Yeah.
And typically, if it were a callback, you'd be either in studio or you would just, well, hopefully you'd be on a better connection. But I enjoyed your enthusiasm there, and I remember from your audition, I really do like your sound, and I think it's a good sound. Like for Amazon, if I were the client, I'd be like, okay, so it's a little more youthful, and so I feel like that's got a good demographic for you, and so that would make me apt to want to put you on a short list right away. And I liked how you got really excited on the word plus, and then you kind of corrected yourself, which I thought was good because it gave me a little surprise. But I liked your correction. I liked how you tried to bring something different to it. I did feel as though you had to work your way into it. I felt the very entrance of the holidays are here and it's time to make magic happen. That first sentence is so important in any audition. And I want to really feel like you got to capture my attention right at the get-go. So I feel like what is the story there? And are you're talking, I know you're in work right now. And so it's probably you got a lot of things happening. And so like really try to focus and get yourself in the scene. And are you talking to me? And what happened before that? I'm the particular person that you're trying to convince to shop on Amazon. Maybe I'm like, no, I got to go to the mall and I don't want to fight those crowds. And you know what I mean? And so you're trying to convince me to shop on Amazon. So maybe create a little bit more of that backstory so that when you hit the first few words, I feel like you're really super connected to them.
Okay.
Law?
Yep, right there with you on all of that. Ryder, what's adorable is that the way you're doing this on your phone, not great audio quality, but definitely how the commercial may actually be shot if it's on camera. So like if we see you on camera and you're working at a store, and whether you're a real person or an elf or whatever you are, it would be so funny for you to take a really specific interpretation, that point of view that I'm like, oh my God, I don't want my boss to catch me. You guys, I just have to tell you about this. I gotta tell you before it comes out. I'd like to see you redeliver this, or at least the first couple lines, as if it's the biggest secret that no one knows about. And if you get caught, you lose your job. Okay? Because I want stakes, what we call actor stakes, right? And that's the meat of the matter. It means it's high for you. There's something to lose. There's something to gain. There's something to lose, right? So like, give me a couple lines, hun, where you don't want anyone to overhear this, but us, and then you got to run back to work.
Okay.
Okay.
Listen. No one else can know about this. The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for that perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need delivered right to your door.
Okay, stop. That was delicious. So I feel like that's the perfect Gen Z read, because it's kind of like I know something, fear of missing out, FOMO. Do not have FOMO, especially on this, right? And you
Mhm.
did everyone notice how writers started to emphasize words that you hadn't even maybe marked or done before? Because you want people to know about this, but you don't want your people to know that you're telling them, right? So you gave you gave yourself a high stakes scenario to play that works well for you, especially on a phone. You're on a phone, so
Yeah.
especially on a phone, right? And
I'd
it's
love to
so
hear
fun.
I'd love to hear three different versions of that first line. Because while I love Law that you gave that prompt. That's a great, I mean, that guys, if you want to just think differently about how you're going to enter into those first words, I mean, that's just a fantastic tip. Now I'd like you to kind of change that up, right? And give me three different scenarios. Maybe your boss is like right behind you and you're trying to get it out quick. That's scenario one. Scenario two is like you like escape to the break room and you're just trying to be quiet. You don't feel necessarily pressured that somebody's seeing you, but you don't want them to hear you. And then maybe the third scene would be, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something quick.
Maybe you're an elf that's a
Yeah.
whistleblower.
Yeah.
You're a
Exactly.
whistleblowing elf.
Yeah.
And you're a character actor. So
So
that
an ABC of just that first line in three different scenarios rather than three different sounds, just three different scenarios. And you don't have to necessarily take our, you could do whatever you want.
Okay. Okay. The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for that perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need delivered right to your door.
Good. Just the first sentence is fine. Just give me
Oh,
the
just the
first
first
sentence.
sentence?
Yep. Just the first
Okay.
sentence, three different ways. Yep.
Okay. Hey, Mom. The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Okay, honey, the holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon.
Okay, I heard the difference. That was good. That was excellent.
Nice.
Next time I'll make you tell me the scenes, but thank you for that. That was a great experiment.
Mhm.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryder.
Nice work,
Thank
Ryder.
you.
Now
Mm-hmm.
go back to work.
Yes. But not before you shop at Amazon. Okay.
Good stuff. Impressive.
Yeah, right? Love it. Okay. So next up we have Lewis.
Yes.
Where is Lewis? I saw Lewis before.
Hello. Good
Where are you?
evening.
Oh, there you are. Hi, Lewis.
I'm right here. Hi.
Awesome. All right, Lewis, we're ready when you are.
The 30, hey?
Yep.
Okay. The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for that perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need, delivered right to your door. From the latest gadgets and cozy winter wear to unique gifts that will surprise everyone on your list, we've got you covered. Plus, with fast and free shipping, you can relax and enjoy the season without the stress. This year, let Amazon help you spread joy, save time, and celebrate in style. Visit Amazon.com today and make this holiday unforgettable.
Would you like to start, Law?
Yes. So, Lewis, thank you. I remember writing some notes for you. And one of the things that I hear in your voice, one of the qualities, is you have clearly a polished, articulate sound, but you have this innate kind of facetious humor in your voice. I don't know if you feel it or hear it yourself, but it's kind of there. And it makes me want to, and I strongly suggest for everyone you take actor classes, actor coaching, get actor values, because even if you're not doing a character, you want to find nuances to your text from an emotional standpoint. Sometimes it's challenging to do it on your own. So always be taking an acting class. So I'm going to give you a kind of outrageous scene, and I want to see what you do with it just in a few sentences
Sure.
to see if you can bring that out in your voice. I want you to be a penguin on ice that can't skate.
Okay.
Okay. Sort of the happy feet penguin who's not so happy. Okay. And I want to hear a few lines of you kind of negotiating your balance.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Here goes. The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for the perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need delivered right to your door. From the latest gadgets and
Okay,
cozy
great.
winter wear.
Hold. How fun is that? Is everyone in love with that? That's kind of fun.
I'm in love with
right?
that. Yeah.
I'm in love with that. I'm kind of obsessed about that. But what if they don't want a character read? But what if they want someone who's a real person in the shopping mall who's going nuts on Black Friday because it's so busy and crowded and the crowds are all over him? So he's a little bit overwhelmed by what's going on and he still wants to go shopping. He still wants to do his thing. So maybe you take the essence of the penguin that's imbalanced and overwhelmed and worried about falling, and you put it into a scene where you're kind of like, where are you? What are you shopping for? What are you doing? Okay.
Am I talking to someone who is in this desperate mode, or am I the person in this desperate mode?
That's up to you.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you're desperate, but I mean, you
Okay.
can have someone else who's desperate with
Yeah,
you.
that's
You can have
right.
your wife with you
You
who's
can
going,
be desperate
"Let's get out of
together.
here." Yeah. Two desperate penguins.
Yeah.
You know, they mate for life, just saying.
There you go.
They do.
The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for the perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings,
Good. Now,
Amazon has everything you need.
Take the same quality and bring it down to the most intimate moment of a CEO in a boardroom, and the lights are out, and you're talking to your last worker, and you got to get out to the store before they close tonight. It's your last chance.
Okay.
Okay.
The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for the perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need delivered right to your door. From the latest
I
gadgets.
love how you take direction. You're so good.
Yeah.
You take direction
was
so
good.
well. I'm impressed. You're a real actor. Did everyone see that? It just came out. There were no inhibitions, right? About that. I give you a huge thumbs up. What I want you to work on, this is a great exercise for everyone. Work on, as a vocal talent, work on the difference between being on a stage in front of 1,000 people, do that interpretation, then bring it down to in front of a camera, okay, which magnifies you about 100 times, and then bring it down some more onto a microphone. But I want the same interpretation, the same intention, the same character, the same whatever. Don't do it now because I don't think we have time,
Yeah.
but I want you all to practice it. It's one of the more fun actor exercises that I learned myself when I was an actor. To say that it's not about big and small. I think that that's a myth. It's not, I'm big, I'm small. It's really my truth. The truth is there. The objective truth in me is there about the overwhelming nature of a shopping situation. But my audience changes, my environment changes, my context changes. If I'm a CEO closing down at midnight, I may not be yelling. I might be, talking to someone on the speakerphone going, oh my God, I don't even know what to do. I didn't get gifts, right? Same thing as in front of 1,000-seat audience.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I'll
Okay.
just add in a couple of things here, Law. Law
Yes.
is like, Law's given like so much amazing advice already. Like I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
Yes, I
But
said,
honestly, my interpretation, Lewis, is that you're too perfect, right? I love the sound of your voice. I feel like I just feel like it's just got this friendly warmth to it already. And your read in the audition was a little too perfect, but I loved the voice, right? And I love how Law made you go through 3 different scenarios. And that's really where I think all of you guys, if you're looking to really like nail those auditions, instead of like just trying to make it rushing it and doing it like real quick, really think about those scenarios. And I think that is what most people are like, oh God, but I can't think, what is that scenario? That's what I think is the most difficult for people, is to think what is my scene and how am I going to place myself in that? And Law, I mean, bam, she comes up with them, right? And if you exercise that part of your brain, I promise you will get better at it. It's something that you should do when you go into the studio every single day before you audition. Start practicing now. Figure out what's your scene and then change it. and change the scene and change who you are or change who you're talking to, but make it relevant or logical, right, to the script. And where you had the perfect commercial sound. But because this was a 30-second radio spot, once you changed it and you gave these 3 completely different performances, oh my God, so listenable. I'm imagining myself in the car, right, listening to that, and that would grab my attention. Whereas your first read, right, was too perfect. It was like, yeah, okay, it's just like everything, everything else I'm hearing. But, the fact that you just really engaged with a character or whoever it was that you were in the scene with at the time, that's what made me really listen. And that's what made your others really stand out. So thank you for that. And thank you, Law, for the amazing tips.
Yeah, question here. Of course, if this were a real audition and I was going to send something off, I probably wouldn't get totally crazy characters and send that in now, would I? Would I just send in kind of like what I sent?
Could I answer that?
Sure,
Louis,
yeah, please.
could I answer that? So here's the correction of the night. This is a real audition.
Yeah.
This is a real audition. The reason why I say that is because even though you registered and paid a fee and it's a safe space in here to get feedback, whenever you're in front of someone who does casting and someone who's an agent, they're always looking at you for work and for their roster. I've picked up a number of people in the 5 past demolitions that I've done into my roster.
Don't tell anybody.
Oh yeah, on the
Don't tell anybody, but
oh no one knows. But the point is, I don't want to make you guys excessively nervous, but I don't want you to fool yourself into thinking that it's so safe that it doesn't count.
That it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Everything counts. You're always in a business meeting. You're always auditioning.
Well, yeah.
Even when you're working with friends and
how you're
auditioning, they might refer you for jobs, right, Annie?
Exactly. I mean, I make recommendations all the time, even though I'm not a talent agent, and also in how you work with people. I mean, just it's all like part of it. And again, even if this is a safe space, and you're still learning, it's okay because it's still an audition, right? We're still working with you, and we're seeing how responsive you are to taking direction. We're seeing how easy you are to work with, and that all counts as part of, oh, would I want to work with you again? Absolutely, Louis, because now I'm like, oh, that guy's talented.
Of course.
Let me recommend him for my next, absolutely. That's what it is.
There's no sink or swim, Louis. It's not about, oh, I messed it up, or oh, I'm great. And no, it's
you could mess it up and I'd still work with you. Do you know what I mean?
You can have the best auditions and not get cast. You can have the best auditions and not get booked.
Yeah, understood.
So the subjectivity of it is my answer to you, is that every audition is incredibly subjective and calls for something different. We see a lot more characters coming through now. We see, especially for holidays, we see a lot more animal characters.
And radio spots too. They've got to cut through the chaos as well. I mean, really.
Yeah. But here's the thing. The caveat is they want more real voices for animals, inanimate objects, sort of like that's the fun and farce of it all, is that if it's a stand-up comedian, I know who it is. I hear the voice and know who it is, even though they're playing a dog. You know what I mean? So I think it's always worth it to give a character spin, if it's appropriate, a character spin, and then give your most natural talking over lattes and Starbucks spin, because that way you're going to sort of cover your bases. I always say, if it's appropriate, if it's PSA, it may not be appropriate, but for a holiday, it may.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, like even that character audition, I mean, especially if you give more than one, right? I mean, you can always give like, the safe bet as well. And if you give more than one, that's what perked my ears up to say, ooh, there's somebody I can direct. There's somebody that, we can have do any character. And so that would get you the gig. And a lot of times, again, audition demolition, you're here to get the gig. And of course, when it comes out on the radio, it may sound just like the perfect commercial version because again, depending on who's directing you, right, and what they end up wanting in the very end. A lot of times I'll have students say to me, yeah, but it sounds like so perfect, on the actual spot compared to compared to like what I did. And usually you gotta get our attention, and that's what I think we're here to help you guys all do, is create that audition that gets the attention of the casting director. So nicely done.
That help,
Okay.
Lewis? Did that
Yeah.
answer your question?
Yes, thank you very much. And I know you got to move on, so thank you very much.
All right, awesome.
For
Let's
sure.
see. Who do we have up next? Let's see. Um, do we have, is Sean here? I do not see a
No, I
Sean.
don't see Sean.
Wow. Okay, so there's another thing. If you can't make it, unfortunately, we can't call you. There's a lesson. So we can't get you on the short list if you're not
Next.
here. So next,
Next.
next, because we're busy. Next would be Molly. Is Molly here? Yes, Molly's here. Molly Marie. Hi, Molly. All right, Molly, we're ready when you are. All right.
The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for that perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need delivered right to your door. From the latest gadgets and cozy winter wear to unique gifts that will surprise everyone on your list, we've got you covered. Plus, with fast and free shipping, you can relax and enjoy the season without the stress. This year, let Amazon help you spread joy, save time, and celebrate in style. Visit Amazon.com today and make this holiday unforgettable.
Okay, thank you. So I'll start off by saying that was like too perfect. I would love to hear a little more journey through the story, right? It was perfect. I mean, you got a great voice for this. I mean, I love the sound of your voice. I would say, what's happening, before you say plus with fast and free shipping, you can relax. Like, are you reacting to, someone that's freaking out? Maybe there's a sound effect in that in that radio ad where it's like, oh my God, I can't do it. Maybe you're reacting to that. Pick a spot in the middle of that script and figure out what's happening at that time and how can you react to it rather than just read through that. And you read through it in this melody that sounds like it should be on a commercial, but I want something different. Remember, this is the audition that's going to get you the gig.
Right.
And so you have the sound that I think would work for this. You have, and you have it's bright. It's very pleasant to listen to. But I would say take me more on a journey. Law?
I would agree with that totally. And I think you have such a pretty feminine sound. I feel like one of the interpretations I'm hearing sort of naturally in your voice, Molly, is this sweet storytelling situation, late night, maybe Disney, where you're not only telling the story, you're becoming the character. You are the magic pixie dust. You have very pixie sound in you. And so I'd like to see you kind of have that Disney read that you're not only saying magic, you are becoming magic. Give me like the first couple lines as if you were a Disney character coming to life.
The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for that perfect gift.
I feel like magic is a little bit lost. That's, I would argue, the most important part of the line is that, like, how many people need magic in their life? Most people. They want magic. They want magic. How many of you have magic in your lives? Like, if I were to literally ask you, how many of you in your daily lives experience magic? How many of you would raise your hand? I don't see a lot of hands. Right now, magic is your interpretation. It could be your sister who has cancer, all of a sudden she's cancer free. It could be, your dog loves you and licks you. Magic is in the eyes of the beholder. But magic is something that you reveal. You have to reveal it. A magician reveals the secret. So when you have a piece of copy in your hand, for all of you, you must find the secret. There has to be something surprise, epiphany, secretive about it. That is the new discovery. That's like the Discover card, right? We know what a credit card is, but no, we don't know what the Discover card is. That's new. That's different, right? So it's adult magic coming to life. finding that magic, finding the importance in what that means to be a kid again and to believe in something that you can't see, right? Are there any other words in there that sort of spark you in that way?
Festive. I mean, in the second line.
Yeah, maybe festive. Maybe festive, like
holidays, magic, and festive. Those are all kind of
right. And I always say, always go deep dive, you guys, because we're
Mhm.
smart. We know what festive means. We get it, festive, festive. But go deep dive, like right now in the United States, in our economy, most people are deeply, deeply depressed. Deeply depressed. Many are suicidal. They're far from festive. That's why they run whole political campaigns on joy. Right? So the psychological effect on your audience is festive and magic and family and fast and free. It's like, oh my God, you've taken me to Narnia. That's what you're telling me. You've taken me out of my life into Narnia. So I guess the point of what I'm trying to say is don't be afraid to walk down the yellow brick road or go to the back of the closet in Narnia, because that's what they're asking you to do, is bring something fresh and new and magical to many, many consumers who have lost hope.
And
Annie, is that too depressing? I don't mean to be depressing,
well,
but that's realistic of your
yeah.
consumers this year.
I'd like to add in too, don't be afraid to physicate behind that mic, because
Ooh, good
that's going to
word.
help you. That I don't physicate. That's going to help you sound more genuine. Because while you might have emphasized that word magic, I didn't believe you. And so
that's what
I
I was.
want that to be believable. I mean, that you're excited about it and you're like, oh, magic. Even if you're not like, if it's not like grand, it doesn't have to be like magic. It can just be like magic, magic, something, whatever it is, that when you give that alternate like physical movement, it then takes off all of the concentration between word and mouth, right? Now now there are other things besides words and mouth that are in this conversation, because when we talk with our hands, we talk with our bodies, and so use that. Oops, I'm like flinging things. I got so excited, I'm flinging things in my studio. So yeah, so I'd like to hear that first sentence again, and just you use your body, move it around a little bit, and let's hear that for just that first sentence.
The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon.
Did you guys hear the difference? Yeah, was it more believable? Yeah, I think so. I think you were more connected to that, right? Because you had the physical movement.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And
nice.
I was thinking of Santa Molly, when Molly believed in Santa Claus. And that brings that whole, Christmassy thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nicely done. Thank you, Molly.
Thank you
Nicely
very
done.
much.
Nicely done. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have Dino.
Hello.
All right. Hi, Dino.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
We're ready when you are.
Okay. Hey, guys, come on. The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for that perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need delivered right to your door. From the latest gadgets and cozy winterwear to unique gifts that will surprise everyone on your list, we've got you covered. Plus, with fast and free shipping, you can relax and enjoy the season without stress. This year, let Amazon help you spread joy, save time, and celebrate in style. Visit Amazon.com today and make this holiday unforgettable.
Law, would you like to start?
Yes, Dino, I love your voice. I mean, it's so fun and cute. You have such a cute sound. I feel like as character as you can go. I wonder what it would be like if I heard a couple lines that were what we call throwaway. Throwaway lines are what we do every day. I mean, Annie and I are not doing as much of that now because we're being more presentational in a teacher mode. But if we're having coffee together, we might just kind of, throw away the fact that, yeah, I'm going to leave at 3 o'clock tomorrow, so I'll avoid traffic. And Yeah, I think I'll get there on time. I just threw away that entire thing.
Yep.
Because it's not that important to emphasize that stuff, right? In the context of that conversation. I'd like to know what it's like for you to take a line or two and kind of throw it away and know who you're talking to, right? Know what context it's in. And like you're the know-it-all, you know it all. So throw it away and see what that's like.
Okay. Hey, you guys, the holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Did you feel like you were throwing it away?
Not really.
No, you weren't. It's a hard thing to do, right? Because you're in performance mode, right?
Yep.
Right.
So in this case, you have real people in the room, Dino. You're really lucky. Choose one of the people in the room by name. And I want
Okay.
you to really talk to them about where they can go to get some gifts really fast and free.
And now
Okay.
I'm just going to throw in there, Dino, because you know I love your voice. Is it necessary that the first line be thrown away? Law, not necessarily. Right. I
No.
think in terms of your story, right, there are certain aspects to it. So just because Law said throw it away doesn't mean you necessarily have to throw the first part away. You can choose, and I say when you tell a story, it's like you always choose the parts that are like, come here closer. I've got this, and then,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
then this happened, and we're just going to leave it three, which is throwing it away. But you can pick and choose depending on the story that you want to tell. So don't feel as though you have to, throw away the holidays are here, or, like if you were looking through that entire story, first of all, what is your scene and who are you talking to, right? And depending on what's happening there, what parts they already know, right? They already know. Look, you already know that I'm looking for the perfect gift for my husband, right? Whether you're shopping for the perfect gift, that would be like a throwaway for me. You know what I mean? Because I'm talking to a familiar person and I know they always
Right.
want to get the best gift ever. So I wanted to give you that so that you didn't feel as though you had to throw away the first part of the line or the first line. You just have to pick and choose.
Okay.
So that's
And
something
I
you
want to
can do
see,
in
I
your
want to see if
analysis.
you can actually do that because we see a lot more ads, a lot more radio ads and TV ads. I mean, we see a lot that are the more sort of impulsive knee-jerk reaction, throwaway, subconscious talking. Your subconscious talking.
Okay. I think I might try the second line if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, whether you're shopping for that perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need delivered right to your door.
I'm going to stop you there and say, do you want to throw the whole line away? Or do you just want to throw a portion of that line away?
Mhm.
Right?
Okay.
You could make that choice. It doesn't have to just be the entire thing. Oh, let me just throw away that because that was a big long, it was there were things to that line.
Okay. Yeah.
There were things. That was my
Yep.
technical description. There were things to that line. Multiple thoughts, right? And we talk about when we're talking to people, we talk in thoughts. We're like, "Oh, okay, here's thought number 1." And I'm going to just go on about it. But then, now here's thought number 2, right? I can have a completely, even though there's a comma in between there, I can have a completely different like point of view. And
Sure.
so that could be, you could be like, oh, I don't really care, about this, but then this is what's, I want to talk to you about.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah.
that goes way back.
Mhm.
I just want to say that we didn't create that. That goes back even way before Shakespeare, but I'm working on Shakespeare right now in my radio class, and things like asides, soliloquies, are invented by Shakespeare. And what that means is I'm in the middle of a context of a story and a relationship and a scene. But then I turn to the audience, right? The invisible jury or God or whatever, and I just kind of start talking to them about what I'm really thinking or feeling. Okay. And that may be what we would call an aside. Okay. That's an aside. And then I'd go back to the scene and I'd finish the rest of the scene. So
Mm-hmm.
I think what Anna's saying is you can pull out a line or two and you can give that aside throwaway and then go right back into the scene and give it the presentation and importance you're giving it right now. So
Okay.
just try it on the first 2 lines so you can see what that feels like. Do the first line as presentational as you can. And the second line, turn away to Donna and say, Donna, I just wanted to tell you this.
Okay.
Okay, see what that feels like.
Okay. Okay. Hey guys, the holidays are here and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for that perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has
Take that
everything.
line, whether you're shopping to Donna. By the
Okay.
way, actually, I'm going to add a by the way to that because that's colloquial language of today. Oh, by the way, Donna, whether you're shopping for those gifts or that gift, it's awesome. You're going to love
Yeah.
it. Anyway, back to the TVs.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your aside. And that's a really nice technique to use. We don't want to dictate where you do it or what lines you do it on. It's really just knowing that you can use that because we use that in our everyday conversation.
Right.
And
If
then again,
everything's important, nothing's important,
right.
guys.
And then the physical can help you with that one too. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, but look, whether you're doing this or, that can help you to get to that like throwaway because you're just like,
Yeah.
oh my God, well, whether you're doing this or that.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you don't have punctuation when that happens, when you're throwing stuff away. Because when we throw stuff away, there's not a lot of pausing in it because we're like, oh my God, let me just get through it fast because I'm throwing it away.
Right.
Yeah. So typically things are like, whether you're doing this or that. So that would translate to whether you're shopping for the perfect gift or prepping for, prepping. I don't want to say prepping, but prepping for festive
Yeah.
gatherings. Amazon has everything you need. And then you've just chosen to bring yourself back into like, it's got everything. Well, whether you do this or that, Amazon's got everything. So you can do that. So
It's
you
going to
just have
help you a
to
lot to vary it up too.
move
So
your mouth. Yeah.
every line isn't delivered the same way.
Yeah.
Like, I
Throwing
think
it
you're
away
gonna
is tough.
discover a lot in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throwing away is tough because you have to be because a lot of times when we talk, like I talk kind of fast, and I feel like a lot of us talk fast when we're throwing stuff away because we're just like, okay, but you know this, right? And so then we're gonna go on to something else that is important, and when it becomes important, then we kind of slow it down a bit. So yeah,
We should do a quick demo on that, Annie, to show like what we do in our real life. Like
Yeah.
literally, we forget when we're performing
Yeah.
what we really do in our real life.
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
one presentational line to one another and
Okay.
respond, and then let's do one throwaway to one another.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah.
Friday, I went over to Starbucks and you won't believe it. I saw the latte that they made last year. Bought it.
Oh my God, I just bought that one last week. It was so amazing. I'm telling you, it was crazy.
Yeah,
That's my
I mean,
throwaway.
yeah, it was really expensive, but that's beside the point. I drank it and I loved it. Okay, did you see the difference
Yeah.
between like the I'm performing and I'm big and articulate versus
Yeah.
okay, it is what it is,
Yeah.
and that's just a descriptive. I'm going to let you,
Mhm.
right? It's our styles. You have a different style.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Point is, not everything is the same weight or the same thank you or is the same importance in our conversations. So that's what we mean when we say conversational, relatable, real. We mean to vary up the tempo, the pace, the cadence through labeling like what's really important, what's not as important, what's not important at all.
Yep.
To you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was
Sure
a
thing.
great lesson.
Oh, so glad. Thank you.
All right. Next up, we have, and I'm going to say it, Kara. Kara. Oh my God. I apologize in advance.
Oh, that's
Because you always correct me.
oh, it's Kara. Like
Kara.
I don't.
Kara,
did I
what's
say Kara
happening?
at first? I think I did. Anyways.
Wait, I'm hearing a ton of like echo and feedback. Is that on me, my end?
Kara,
No, it's me.
looks like she's in the car.
I feel
I
like
am.
it's ET.
Wait, are you driving? Maybe
Is there a poltergeist there? We need
we
to know
shouldn't
about
have
her.
you do this while you're driving.
Oh no, I'm gonna pull over. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like that might
Script
not be a
like-
safe thing to do.
Oh,
And while you're
what script
doing
would
that,
you like,
well, I've got it it's the 30-second
which
one.
script
If
would you like me to do?
the 30-second radio script.
Let's start.
The holidays are here.
Which script does it start with?
The holidays are
Okay.
here, and it's time to make magic happen.
All right. Okay. All righty. A little microphone. All right.
And I'll give you a few minutes there, Kara. And just let you know that there's Alan is not here, and I don't see Alan, and so we had two people.
Okay.
And Sean, we had two people on the short list that were not here.
I am ready.
Okay.
The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for that perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need delivered right to your door. From the latest gadgets and cozy winter wear to unique gifts that will surprise everyone on your list, we've got you covered. Plus, with fast and free shipping, you can relax and enjoy this season without the stress. This year, let Amazon help you spread joy, save time, and celebrate in style. Visit Amazon.com today and make this holiday unforgettable.
Well, I'll start off by saying, Kara, you know I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of your voice. I love your voice. It's so warm. It's, you've got that smile. And I think this was an excellent read. As with your auditions, I liked how you had a difference between your radio spot and your television ad. And I think this, is no exception. But you were like, I expected you to be perfect. So maybe you could vary it up a little bit, especially when you get to the part where it's like, spread joy, save time, and celebrate in style. Maybe, maybe there's a couple of different things that you're thinking about when you're spreading joy or, celebrating in style. Is there a particular gift or party favor that you've ordered that you're excited about? And
Oh, sure.
how would that change your point of view
Okay.
in that type of a thing? And I'll let Law chime in with her thoughts too.
I love your voice too. I
Yeah.
always love your delivery. It's so juicy, so fresh and warm and maternal and all of that stuff. I actually wouldn't mind you dropping it once or
Mhm.
twice in the
Yeah.
read. Not, don't get me wrong, Kara, it's not to be somber or overly
Yeah.
serious, whatever. But really, like, let's say if you were to channel a character in this, like, I'll just say mom, I'll just say maternal, because you have a mom voice, you have a very maternal sound. Would every single line be
Yeah.
delivered in that really juicy, seductive, friendly tone? Or
Mhm.
would there be a little moral to the story? Would there be a
Yeah.
little warning in one or two of those lines?
Mhm.
Right? Like you're giving
Mhm.
me, you're teaching me, you're giving me a teaching moment. I'll give you an example. It's fast and it's free.
Right.
Okay, I'm teaching you that because you don't know
Yeah,
that.
that becomes your
Um,
mom. That becomes like your smart mom. Like, hey, look,
Smart ass,
yeah,
smarmy
yeah,
mom,
you're
like,
kind of sassy. Like,
yeah.
don't sass me here.
Yeah,
You know,
dumbass. It's
don't
fast and
sass me
free.
because it's
Okay,
free. All right.
fast
Yeah,
and free.
exactly.
No, but we're just joking, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's like the nuance of shifting that
yeah,
from a fast and free, and you do that really well, but
yeah.
having another take to that, did you know it's fast? Oh, and it's free. Okay,
Hmm.
that's a mom thing to say. Like, right? Get it quickly and save money. Okay. So if you can find, I know you have to dig hard because this is like in your wheelhouse. This is relatively easy for you, but you have to dive a little deeper, I think, to get some more interpretations of that sort of finger wagging of like, I don't think you know this. I don't think you realize this. Do you recognize this? Do you know this? Not to patronize people, but a lot of people don't know it. They don't recognize it. They don't know the service. They don't know what it offers, right? What
Mhm.
is this? What are you delivering? What's the service?
Right.
What is the service, Kara? What are you actually delivering in this?
Um, a giant uh cat tower.
What's that, honey? I didn't hear
A
you.
cat tower. I love it.
Yeah, you love it, right? And there's fun in that, magic in that, coolness in that, right? But there's things about that we just don't know yet. There's things, always look at what you know and what you don't know, what your audience knows and what they don't know, because that's what we're trying to enlist them in, is what they don't know yet. And even if they know it, we have to remind them and repeat it a million times so that they'll remember it.
Right.
Okay, and that's the difference between something that's impulsive that comes at you versus something that's learned. Something
Right.
that's learned is repeated a million times, as we know in advertising, so that it becomes second nature to you. But a lot of people don't know it yet. It hasn't been learned yet. So that's kind of the maternal, that's the mom. That's just my suggestion for you.
Okay. You want me to go again?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
The holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for that perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need delivered right to your door. From the latest gadgets and cozy winter wear to unique gifts that will surprise everyone on your list, we've got you covered. Plus, with fast and free shipping, you can relax and enjoy the season without the stress. This year, let Amazon help you spread joy, save time, and celebrate in style. Visit Amazon.com today and make this holiday unforgettable.
Nice. I was a nice second take. I actually like it when you're not smiling. You have such a cool sass to you. And it was interesting because every time you went back into that smile, it's wonderful and it's great. But I actually liked it when you gave us something different or something unexpected, because all you have to do is maybe smile once or twice and we're like, oh God, she's got it there. She's nailed that act, right? She's nailed that warm, sweet mom. And then when all of a sudden you come into maybe some different, point of view, then that really showcases your versatility in the audition. And then the casting director knows they can do just about anything. I like that. I really enjoyed that read. And I actually really like you when you're not as smiley, believe it or not.
I agree. I think it would even be fun to hear you
Yeah.
like the sitcom wife, mother that, like Everyone Loves Raymond, kind of
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
everyone
exactly who
knows.
I was thinking of when you said that.
Yeah.
Patricia Heaton, right?
Yeah, I'd love
I
to
think
hear that.
Pull out of my pocket. Let's see.
Yeah.
Holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen with Amazon. Whether you're shopping for that perfect gift or prepping for festive gatherings, Amazon has everything you need delivered right to your door. From the latest gadgets and cozy winter wear to unique gifts that will surprise everyone on your list, we've got you covered. Plus, with fast and free shipping, you can relax and enjoy the season without the stress. This year, let Amazon help you spread joy, save time, and celebrate in style. Visit Amazon.com today and make this holiday unforgettable.
I heard Marie in there. I definitely heard Marie.
You heard Marie for sure. I would
Yeah.
work on that take, Kara. I think
Yeah.
that'll be really fun for you.
Yeah.
And be careful. There's a difference between I'm over it and this
Yeah.
sucks versus, don't you know this? Everyone knows
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
This is what's awesome about it. Hello, get with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's that fun.
Yeah. The smart
kind of
the smart ass kind of, yeah, read.
Yeah,
Right.
I want you to go in that direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Right?
Nice shift though.
Holidays are here, and it's time to make magic happen, but with Amazon.
Yeah, that's something, that's kind of a cool character, I think, for you.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
For sure.
Trying to sort of have this subtext of mother-in-law, mother-in-law,
Yeah.
mother-in-law.
Yeah. Mother-in-law that's a pain in the butt. Mhm. Absolutely. All right.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice
Thank
work.
you. Thank you, Kara. All right. So Law, that is everybody on our list tonight.
Wow, that went fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Well,
went fast.
we did
Okay.
have two people that were not here. So, you snooze, you lose. Sorry.
Okay.
But I mean, that's the realities of it. Law, before we kind of mute ourselves and have this conversation, any other comments that you want to make?
Oh, I just think everyone is doing a really fine job of bringing it, being focused and energized and really having a good time. That's like the thing that we miss sometimes is we work these 12 or 14-hour days, and sometimes we forget, find the fun.
Yeah.
Not everything's going to be fun, but you want to remember that fun is a part of our industry. It's a part of what we do. It's a part of our passion. So as you find the fun, find the variation, find the interpretations. We tend to get really comfortable really easily. What feels good to us and feels relatively easy to us is typically not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's easy for us. It shouldn't be too easy. There should always be a little bit of a challenge.
I love that you said that, Law. Yeah, don't let it be too easy. And I always thought to myself in the beginning, I was like, well, shouldn't it be easy? Shouldn't voiceover be easy? And if it's not easy, should I continue doing it? Does that mean that it's not something that I was meant to do? But I totally love that you brought that up, Law, because it's not easy. And guys, we recognize that. And I want to say, for one, that, it's well, on the on the East Coast. Look at me, like I'm a former East Coast person. On the West Coast, it's 5:07 p.m. So it's 8 o'clock already. You guys have been like probably through a full day already. You're tired and you're here. And so, first of all, lots of respect for that because you guys are here, wanting to up your game.
Yeah.
And I think you all did fabulously. And I so appreciate you guys taking part in this. And you all did great. You all just, I think, really worked it when we gave you feedback. And even if you weren't called in the shortlist, guys, everybody really, I was impressed with the submissions that were there, and so hopefully you're getting a lot out of this. And with that, I would just say, Laura, I'm going to call you. We're going to mute ourselves,
All
and we'll be
right.
back. We'll be
I
back with
love it. We'll be
with our
right back,
selection.
guys. We'll
All
be right
right.
back.
So I guess we just hang around.
Yeah, that was kind of nerve-wracking, but that's all right.
Yeah. So I guess I didn't totally understand the format of this, but I guess.
Yeah, so I did this in the spring. So yeah, they get together and then they come back and announced who won.
Oh,
That's nice.
so
I had
you.
to keep my blinkers off. Oh, sorry. Oh boy. Sorry. I'm gonna mute myself.
That's a neat trick.
Yeah.
So a couple of you have taken part in these before. Was it also with Lau?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, it's all the ones that I've seen this year have all been with Anne and Law both. So,
Okay.
and they send everybody feedback,
Oh,
written
that's good.
feedback. So that
Is
was
it-
kind of nice.
And is it Molly? Is it usually 2 scripts and they just choose which one to do?
The last one, we had 3 scripts, but you had to pay for each script that you wanted to do.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people just picked one,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying to be ambitious and did all 3.
Well, yeah, that's good. That's 3 times the feedback, right?
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, that's this is the first time. I mean, I didn't do it. I think they did it in the summer
Mhm.
again, and I didn't participate in that one.
Yeah, this is my first time doing it too. So
That's fun.
it was excellent feedback because I thought it was kind of a trick because it was we had just in one of the VO Peeps workouts, we had a script that was excruciatingly long that was all supposed to be fit inside 30 seconds. So I was kind of using that exercise because every time I read it like a normal person, I was averaging like 40 seconds. So, I thought it was actually,
I do
yeah.
a workout on Tuesday morning with some friends, and
Mhm.
they were all doing that Sovas
Right.
one,
Mhm.
and there was no physical possible way that I could have put that in 30 seconds.
Right.
ever.
Yeah.
But
Well,
one of the guys, and he's there's only like 2 people in that group of like 6 of us.
mhm.
6 or 7 up. Oh, I mean, anybody can join, but that is a full-time VO.
Right.
And I'm not. I've got two other jobs besides VO. So,
I feel you.
but I mean, he was able to get it right in at 30 seconds. And I'm like, dude.
Yeah. Well,
There's
see,
no
that's
way.
yeah, and it's nice that I got that type of feedback because I was so wrapped up at getting that in the 30-second mark.
Well, I got it like 33.
I actually got it in right inside 30 when I sent in my audition, but I was averaging about 40 seconds when I talk like a normal person.
Somebody told me at one point that if 5 seconds is kind of a leeway.
Yeah.
And as long as I can get it within 35.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's a nice little kind of rule of thumb.
It's
Yeah.
it's like everything else in this community. You ask the same question, you get 6 different answers from 6 different full-time professionals
Right.
because
No.
everybody has their own path. Everybody does their own thing and it works.
Right.
But you,
I really don't think they're sitting there with a stopwatch and going, oh, she went over 30.
Yeah.
No.
Kick it out. No, they want to hear how well you interpret the script. And if they want you to read a little faster, they'll say, well, just, if you get it, the gig, just pick up the pace a little bit. Or
Right.
they can even edit it and tighten up little gaps.
Well, the opposite of that was that 60-second commercial. The
That's-
longest I could stretch it out was about 45 seconds.
No, that was
Yeah, no,
no
I mean,
way. It's not nowhere close to 60 seconds a copy.
No,
It's
exactly.
even less than the 30, I think. I don't know.
right.
We heard everything you said.
I'm
Oh,
sure you did. That's why we were trying to be nice.
We heard
Mute,
everything.
we were busted.
All right, guys, we had to discuss. We had to discuss. But you guys, first of all, again, everybody did amazing, and I really was impressed with all of your redirects.
Yeah.
And it was a tough choice, guys. And I think I think before we actually announce this, there are lots of factors that go into casting. Excuse me. Part of it is the fact that we're able to redirect and in your initial audition too, we took that into consideration, and then how you receive feedback and how you did redirects. Also part of it is, who in reality would be cast for this, right? So sometimes it's like, well, who do you feel fits the demographic? Law, any other things that you want to add into that and also it's subjective between Law and myself. We don't always agree, but we're pretty much on the same page for most things, but sometimes we don't. Our short lists were different. There were a few that were definitely the same, but there were some other people that we invited into the short list that I wanted that Law didn't necessarily pick out to begin with. So, Law, other thoughts on casting?
Yeah, I was just going to say there's
Yeah.
so much that goes into casting that typically has to happen fast on the faster side. And so there's a lot, I always feel bad because I was talent for many years, and I get that being on the other side of the table is you just are not seeing or hearing
you don't hear
anything
it
going on.
Yeah.
You hear the good stuff, the fun stuff, but you don't hear anything behind the scenes. So you have to always run on a silent assumption that there's a lot of plot line going on that has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with your sound, your personality, anything that you either fit into or you don't fit into. And I find that there's a solace in that in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Just to know,
absolutely
nothing more or less you
did everything you could to control.
did everything you
exactly.
could, right? But
Exactly.
I still say the coaching side of me always says, did you make sure you did everything you could have done? Make sure you did the deep dive, even quickly, if it's a quick turnaround, make sure you do that investigation so you're not handing them 2 or 3 takes that all sound the same or that all are the same interpretation.
Exactly. Exactly. And and here's the other thing, right? It's the holiday. It is already December 12th. We need to cast this tomorrow. And so if we're going on this premise that we need to cast somebody, it goes on a lot of things. Mostly it's like, can we get it done, and can we get it done the way we want quickly? And so with that being said, we will make the announcement of the winner of tonight. We have a winner and a runner-up. The winner of tonight is Kara O'Brien. Congratulations, Kara.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
And then our runner-up, of course, is Ryder. Congratulations, Ryder, if you're there.
You.
Yes.
Ryder in aisle 7.
Yes, in aisle 7. And part of it was, you guys showed up too. There's a lot to be said that, you're in the car, Kara, and Ryder, you're at work. And so you showed up. Your auditions were spot on. Your redirects were good. And again, guys, it's not like, we had a number of people we discussed tonight. In coming up with this decision. So I'm proud of all of you, and we appreciate all of you being here, and we hope that you got a lot out of it. And we congratulate Kara and Ryder and all of you who took part in this.
Absolutely. And one other thing, and whenever you're in front of live people, which 9 times out of 10 you're not, you get to be in a live room. It's fantastic. Try to do follow-ups with those people. Try to stay connected to them. Stay talking mind, because if they're liking your work, and whether you book the job or not is no indication whether they're liking your
Right.
work, you really want to be sort of top of mind and have them in your roster. So you can
Mm-hmm.
go back to them in 3 months, 4 months and say, hey, here's my updated demo, or here's where I'm at with
Yeah.
my website, or whatever, just so you can keep that ignited. It's really important. That's the business end of
And
things.
absolutely. And if we didn't cast you for the Amazon spot, if we liked you, when another spot becomes available, we may remember you. So staying top of mind, following up every once in a while is good. So that way, maybe on another campaign, Dawn, we would hire Dawn, or we would hire Lewis or Dino. And so really, it really just depends. So you make an impression wherever you are. So
It's
make it a good
very
one.
nice.
Yeah.
It's always a not now.
Yeah.
That's how you have to view
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
right? 'Cause Annie and I
Absolutely.
been in this industry for collectively
Mhm.
100 years,
Yeah.
and I very rarely hear no, to be honest with you, when I partner with new people. But I'll hear a not now. I'll hear
Yeah.
a, oh, I can't do this right now. Come back to me in a couple months. This,
Absolutely.
so you have to kind of get used to that kind of response.
Absolutely. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much again. Happy holidays.
Yes, thanks for both of your time, and happy
Thank you so
holidays as well
much.
to the
Yes.
It's
both
been a
of
great
you.
time. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
You guys were great.
Thank
And
you.
we'll be back in a few months with another audition demolition. So we hope to see you then, guys.
Bye bye. Happy
Bye.
holidays.
Bye.
Happy holidays.
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 Bye bye.